जननीं शारदां देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे तयो श्रित्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः।
The Gospel of the Holy Mother, Sri Sharada Devi. Reminiscences and conversations recorded by Swami Arupananda. Udbodhan, Prayer Hall, April 1912. It was 7 o'clock in the morning. I was with the Holy Mother. Soon we were engaged in conversation. Disciple, Mother, the Master has referred to many people as his very own. What does it mean? Mother, the Master used to say, some of them have come from his body, some from the hair, some from the hands and feet. They are my eternal companions. After a little pause, the Holy Mother continues, as, for instance, a king, wherever he goes, all his companions follow him. If I go to Jairambati, do not all my companions accompany me? Exactly like that. Those who are one's own are companions age after age. The Master used to say, those belonging to the inner circle are my companions in weal and woe. Pointing to the young boys who came to him, he would say, they are happy in my happiness, miserable in my sorrow. In weal and woe, they are always with me. Whenever he comes, all the others follow. He had brought Naren from Saptarishi. While meditating in the Kali temple at Dakshineshwar, he saw in a vision Shambhu Malik standing behind Mother Kali. He had even seen Balram Babu in a vision. When he met him for the first time, he would immediately recognize, yes, I saw him like this, with a turban and of fair complexion. Once the Master said, why did they offer the food before the photograph, referring to his own photograph, instead of offering it to the Mother Kali? We were a little uneasy that this smelt of a bad omen. The Master, however, comforted us, saying, don't worry, you will see in due course I will be worshipped in every home. I swear it will come to pass. The people nowadays are clever. They have taken his photograph. Take the case of Master Mahashoy. Is he an ordinary soul? He has noted down all the words of the Master, which avatar has been photographed and whose words have been recorded in this fashion. Arupananda. Master Mahashoy said about the Kathamrita, or the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, that the available material with him will make up 10 or 12 volumes. Lord knows when all of it will be published. Mother, true, he too has become old now. Who knows, he may not live long enough to complete everything. Disciple, Mother, did not you tell me at Jairambati that the Master will come again among his white-skinned devotees? Mother, no, I said that many white-skinned devotees will come to him. Don't you see, for instance, many Christians getting attracted towards the Master? He had said, he will stay for 100 years in the hearts of the devotees and then come again. I told him, I do not want to come again. Lakshmi too said that She would not come again even if she were chopped into shreds like tobacco leaves. The master smiled and said, "How can you escape? Our roots are twined together like the kalmi plant, a kind of aquatic plant. A tug at one end will bring the whole lot up. But what do all these things matter?" The master used to say, "You have come to eat the mangoes. What is the use of counting the leaves and branches?" Disciple: Mother, I feel it is purposeless to live unless we have a direct vision of God. Mother: You have said the right thing. That is true. What does it avail a man unless he gets some kind of realization? But one should continue to have faith in things spiritual. Arupananda: The other day, Swami Shardananda said, as Swami Vivekananda also had remarked earlier, suppose there is a lump of gold in the adjoining room and a thief sees it from this room. There is an intervening wall which prevents him from taking possession of this precious metal. Under that condition, can the man ever sleep? All the time he would be thinking of how he might get at that lump of gold. In the same way, if a man is firmly convinced that there is such an entity as God, can he ever indulge in worldly life? Mother: That is true, indeed. Disciple: Whatever you say, Mother, renunciation and dispassion are the chief things. Shall we ever acquire them? Mother: Certainly. You will gain everything if you but take refuge in the Master. Renunciation alone was his splendor. We utter his name and eat and enjoy things because he renounced all. People think that his devotees also must be very great, as he was a man of such complete renunciation. Ah me! One day at Dakshineshwar, he went to my room in the Nahabat. He had no spices in his small bag. He used to chew them now and then. I gave him some to chew there and also handed over to him a few packed in paper to take to his room. He proceeded, but instead of going to his room, he went straight to the embankment of the Ganges. He did not see the way, nor was he conscious of it. He was repeating, "Mother, shall I drown myself?" I became restless with agony. The river was full to the brim. I was then a young woman and would not go out of my room. I could not see anyone about. Whom could I send to him? At last, I found a Brahmin belonging to the Kali temple coming in the direction of my room. Through him, I called Hriday, who was then taking his meal. He left his plate, ran to the master and caught hold of him and brought him back to his room. A moment more and the master would have dropped into the Ganges. Arupananda: Why did he go to the river? Mother: Because I put a few spices in his hand, he could not find his way. A holy man must not lay things by. His renunciation was 100% complete. Once a Vaishnava sadhu came to the Panchavati. At first, he showed a great deal of renunciation. But alas, finally, like a rat, he began to pull and gather various things: pots, cups, jars, grains, rice, pulses, and so forth. The master noticed it and said one day, "Poor thing, this time he is going to be ruined." He was about to be entangled in the snare of Maya. The master advised him strongly about renunciation and further asked him to leave the place. Then he went away, hopefully with renewed enthusiasm to pursue his cherished goal.
यथाग्नेर्दाहिका शक्ति रामकृष्णे स्थिता हिया यथाग्नेर्दाहिका शक्ति रामकृष्णे स्थिता हिया सर्वविद्या